Oh god, I didn't study for past 2 weeks and my exams are nearing. I should complete this topic today no matter what. No procrastination, no distraction. Wait a minute. This is community medicine, right? It would be so boring. Idea. Let's watch a motivational video. Oh man, what a video that was. This is what I love in motivational videos. I am so powered up and motivated, and definitely I am going to complete this topic and I am going to crack my exams.
5 minutes later.
What if I became the Prime Minister of India? It will be fun, right? I can go for a world tour.
Oh no!
A few moments later.
These Instagram reels are so good.
1 hour later.
அடச்சி படுத்தே விட்டானையா வாருங்கள் போவோம்.
Hey guys, we would have done this stuff so many times in our life. That too, I am being a medical student. I do this pretty much every time. So whenever we want to do something, we seek motivation. We watch motivational videos, we listen to motivational podcasts, we will be having motivational wallpapers and motivational posters on the wall. And initially those things will give motivation, but it will not sustain for a longer period of time. And I too suffer from this concept of staying motivated, and I too had some questions. Why motivation fails often and why it's not sustaining? Is motivation a real thing, or it's just a myth or an illusion or any useless stuff? And I tried to find answers for those questions, and the real truth is, let's see in the video. If you are new to this channel, my name is Harish. I am a third year medical student studying in a government college from Tamil Nadu, and speaking from my personal experiences and from little research, motivation is definitely not a myth. Okay, it's a real thing. It's a beautiful emotional state and it has its own advantages. But there are some misconceptions on this whole concept of motivation. So we have to understand what this motivation really is and what motivates us really. There are two different entities. So what is this motivation? Okay, it's a trigger or a spark that pushes or makes us to start doing something. It's an internal feeling, but it's never automatic. Like motivation is not something we have when we wake up every day. It's something we create, it's something we feel, it's something we do. But once we get motivated, we'll be setting a high level perfect goal. We'll be visualizing our progress. It enhances our productivity. It gives a mental boost, a positive energy. But despite those advantages, why motivation fails sometimes? Why it's not sustainable? Why we feel so motivated and powered up one day and feeling slacky and demotivated the other day? So the reason is there are two types of motivation. The first one is called extrinsic motivation. Extrinsic motivation is when you get motivated from the external source, a reward-based motivation. Okay, you will be motivated to do something because you will be getting a reward at the end of the task or a goal, or you may be having a deadline, not because you actually enjoy doing the task. For example, if someone pays you money to do a particular task, you will do it. Even if you didn't enjoy the task, you try to complete it because that money will be your motivation, that money will be your reward. So similar to those things, the reward can be of anything. It can be a fame or appreciation, trophy, a cash prize, anything. So the major disadvantage is that when you get extrinsically motivated, you will be focusing only on achieving those goals and getting those rewards. You never focus on your progress or time taken to reach those stage. But during the course of time, when the value of that reward decreases, or when there is delay in receiving those reward, or when there will be no reward at all, you feel like you don't want to achieve that goal anymore. You don't want to do that task anymore, and eventually your motivation dries off. To give a very practical example that I experienced in my life, if you are having an exam in 2 or 3 weeks, we will be highly motivated. we put our hard work, we push ourselves to read or study for like 3 to 4 hours every day, because preparing for those exams will be our major motivation, and passing those exams will be our reward, right? But when the exam got postponed or when that exam gets cancelled, that's it. You will lose your motivation. You will never start studying again. You will just throw the books out and you will start enjoying your life, right? You enjoy a moment. To give another practical example, you may having a mindset of losing a 10 kilogram weight within 2 months, okay? But when you face the reality, okay, when you realize that this progress takes time, there will be delay in receiving those reward, or when you face any dip in those progress, your motivation rise out. Okay, that's the major disadvantage of this extrinsic motivation. So what motivates us really? There is a thing called intrinsic motivation. When you get motivated to do something for your own sake or your own desire or your own happiness, not for any reward or deadline, that is called intrinsic motivation. We actually enjoy the process. For example, we seek motivation to study for 3 hours, but we never seek motivation to watch our favorite movies or series, because watching those will make us happy. We actually enjoy the process. Since it's connected with our internal emotions, we never seek motivation from external source. This is the major concept of this intrinsic motivation. So how to get this intrinsic motivation for other things? It's very simple. Ask why, the most powerful question. Okay, whenever you want to do something or whenever you want to study, ask why to yourself. Why you want to do this? What's the reason for this task? Okay, once you get the answer, you understand the purpose of the task. Okay, forget about end goals. Okay, forget about end goals. Instead, focus on the value and the purpose of that particular task. Okay, goals and purpose are different. Goals are just a stepping stone to achieve your purpose. For example, being a medical student, my goal will be passing a university examinations. But my ultimate purpose is being a great doctor and serving this community. As long as I understand the purpose, as long as that purpose motivates me, I never worry about any postponement of exams or cancelling of exams. I will be having my regular study schedule. I will never study only for exams. That will be, studying will be my habit. I will develop my own persistence, own discipline, own patience for those works. As long as you understand your major purpose is to stay fit and healthy, you never worry about any delay in progress on weight loss. You never worry about or you never give up on your temporary setbacks. Whenever we think of our failures, our hardships, our humiliations, the moment where everyone laughed at us, we get a internal fire, right? A power. That is our intrinsic motivation, because it's connected with our emotions. Those motivations will be sustainable. It makes us to do anything that is impossible. If you want to get a clarity, okay, take a paper and write down the benefits of doing a particular task and disadvantage of not doing the particular task. When you write those points, you will get a clarity and you will understand the value of that particular task. But developing this intrinsic motivation is not easy, right? It needs more mental patience, mental attitude and training, but it's not impossible. So I'm not saying we need only intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation is useless, because for example, if you want to drive from point A to point B, you need to fuel your car, you need to give ignition to your car. That will be your extrinsic motivation. But if you want to reach a point B, you need a persistent and disciplined and a patient driving. You have to face all the ups and downs. As long as you understand the purpose of the travel, you will be having your interesting motivation and you will definitely reach the point B at any stage. So there is a favorite line, discipline is what keeps you going. And I understand we need a discipline in a long term. But this motivation adds flavor to those disciplines. It adds flavor to our persistence, adds flavor to our patience, our consistency. anything that need to achieve a particular thing. So whenever you feel like you don't want to do something because you lack motivation, it's not actually true. You never believe that. We will be having a lot of motivation than we think. Just we have to use the right tool to trigger those motivations. As long as you believe that you have no motivation, you never get motivation at all. And despite understanding our purpose, our value of the particular task, having discipline and persistence, there will be some days where we feel like we need a mental break, where we feel like we don't want to do anything. And it's okay to have those bad days. We are humans, right? But never stay in those bad days for a longer period of time. Just accept the reality and try to move on and try to start hustling again. So that's all for today's video, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this content. If so, please give me thumbs up and press the subscribe button. It will be motivating for me to do a lot more contents. So that's all, guys. Signing off with a smile.